Good afternoon. A lot of you have seen those bait presentations that we've been doing inside the shop. One of the presentations was on Redbait. Now, it's probably no good me showing all these bait presentations, but they don't really work. So that's what we're here to do today. We're going to test it and see what happens. But we're going to fish light. I've got my matrix with me. I brought the 11 foot. I enjoy the 11 foot. Just gives me a little bit of length in case I need to throw far. But I'm going to show you guys today where you throw and where I catch blacktails and galyun, and I know the guys keep all their spots a secret. I'm going to show you guys exactly where I fish, and this is the reason I'm going to show you. So I caught a few fish here not so long ago thinking that nobody saw me, but if we just turn the camera and have a look at what's going on here this afternoon, the whole world blocks up. So you can never keep anything a secret even though you don't say much about it. There you are. But my little spot that I fish is still open. They don't know about that one, and I'm going to show you guys where I throw. And I can tell anybody in the shop where I throw, and they always look at me like I'm stupid or mad, but it's literally in amongst the bricks. As I said, I got my matrix with me. I got a little Loomis Delta 4000. It's got 15-pound DNA on it. There's no leader on this 15-pound DNA. I'm going to show you guys how strong this stuff really is. I've got a little bag. I've got 10 traces inside here already made up with their sinkers. I'm going to show you guys what the trace looks like. It's a trace I use. I always say it. I don't say it's the best trace, but I enjoy this type of trace. I'm going to go through that with you now. I've got a bucket to wash my hands with. I've got my smelly stuff. I had to keep the lid closed. I had it at the shop, so I didn't want the whole shop to smell. Oh, it smells beautiful. Just look at that. Lovely, lovely stuff. So I'm going to set up quickly. That bucket, make sure you guys bring a bucket for water. You want to wash your hands after you play with this stuff, because in 2 weeks time you're still going to be smelling it. You guys can see I make up all my traces before I even come to the beach. It's just easier and quicker to do it. This is the one that I enjoy using. It's got a little 3/4 ounce ball sinker on it. There's a swivel up at the top, there's a swivel down at the bottom. That little sinker moves in between those two swivels over there. And then you've got your hook snoot. That seems to be tangling through the braid the whole time. Now, you don't want to make your hook snoot too long. The reason I don't make it very long is I could still go shorter than this. I don't like going shorter because then you get less movement on your bait in the water. So the more your bait moves around the water and presents itself better, the more the fish will pick it up. But the problem with making your hook snoot long is the fact that your hook, after you've had the pickers get to you and that you want to reel in, your hook grabs onto the rocks, you end up breaking your whole trace off. But the shorter this is, and the less movement this hook has got to catch onto rocks and everything, the more you bring in your trace after you've had a throw. Unfortunately, in this area that I'm going to be fishing now, you break off a hell of a lot. But I'm going to show you why you break off, because I literally throw in between the bricks. You throw in between the rocks, little holes. It's about a 10-meter throw from the beach, if it is 10 meters. And hopefully today I can show you guys where I catch these fish, and we can prove that these baits and these traces do work. But stick with me. We all know what fishing is like. Sometimes you come down, you catch something. Sometimes you go home, you don't understand what it is that happened because nothing worked. See, I've got a little piece of plaster. It's not because I'm hurt or I'm cut. I don't put a finger lappy or whatever they call them onto it. So when I hold my braid, waiting for a bite, I put that braid on that plaster. I have had many a times that I get a decent pull, my drag's always set loose, strike, the braid cuts straight into your finger. So I just wrap 2 plasters over that point where I hold the line. It just protects me so I don't cut myself over and over and over. I said to you guys, there's no leader on this line. I just make one long loop like that. I wouldn't advise fishing with no leader. I just didn't put a leader on today. 9 times out of 10 I don't put a leader on in any case. Make one loop like that. Find your trace that you're using on your top swivel. It's always amazing how nothing works when you want to show somebody. Just go in with that little loop on the top eye of the swivel. Open your loop up. And then bring that whole trace just through that loop like that. Try not to tangle it, because once it tangles, you're going to start all over again. And then pull that loop closed onto your top swivel. And that is it, as it is over there. So there's your sinker that runs up and down. You've got your hook trace at the bottom, and your braid tied directly up to the top. I'm not saying it's the best way to do it, and I have been cut off many times in this very same spot. 1-0 hook, landed octopus black nickel. Stinky red bait. I first need to go find some water so I can wash my hands afterwards, otherwise there will be trouble at home. Let's try and keep it the same as what we did in the shop. You got your piece of red bait, got your hook. As I said in the shop, having the skin side of the red bait facing me, I'm going to put the hook into the top there, and I'm going to close that up skin to skin, so that all that guts and the eggs from the red bait, all of that is on the outside. Close him up with a bit of cotton, and as we say with red bait, you never cotton this thing up. See that front piece? I'm just going to pull a couple of pieces around there, and then up at the top here, where my nylon actually gets tied to the hook, there I'm going to pull quite a few turns around there. And the only reason we do that is to prevent it from sliding down and covering your hook. So you can see that's fairly tight. There's a lot of cotton up there, but from the hook, the start of the hook here, there's very little over there. So the reason that is it's soft. If you tie your whole bait just with cotton, these little fish, these blacktails, these galjoen, they're going to pick this bait up and they're going to pick the whole time. If it's soft like this, they're going to pick the bait up, inhale it, swallow it, they're going to commit better to it, and your hookup rate will be better. So now, with all that theory, let's go test it. I'm going to show you guys where I throw. Have a look where this wave's breaking over here. It's breaking right on the beach. There's another wave coming there now. Just before that wave, there's a little set of rocks that is going over now. I'm going to throw there where it is. That is 4 meters off the sand. I'm going to underhand throw it, and let's see what happens. So I've moved spots a little bit. It was absolutely dead there in that little hole where I normally fish. But we've always got a backup spot to go to. So let's see if this is going to produce something a little bit better than that other place there, because that was really dead. But there's normally blacktails there. But let's have a look. You only keep trying. You don't only fish one spot. If they're not there, you find another little hole to go and fish in. Definitely now. There we go, guys. On that red bait, beautiful sized blacktail. There's the hook sitting in the side of the mouth over there, nicely hooked. But that is a real brute of a fish. Just clean him up here a little bit. Okay. There we go. Beautiful size blacktail on that nice red bait. Remember, not a lot of cotton, keep it soft. So there you go, beautiful size. Let's get him back.